and get started. When you first saw your coach after the game, what was his notes, and was he able to provide anything that watching from afar instead of where he usually is?
Yeah, I think the kind of the first thing he told us was he was proud of the effort we gave and how much we fought. It's never easy going down early, losing a man early in the game, and I think the resiliency we showed to continue to fight, to create some opportunities, create chances, and then in the end, unlucky. But I think just shows that everyone's working together, everyone's willing to do whatever it takes for the team, whether it's fighting for a goal in the 90th minute or whether it's trying to play with the man down for 80 plus minutes.
How frustrating was that game? It felt like there was issues with the refs, there was a red card, there was injuries, and there was all this other stuff. So how frustrating was that match?
I think it's a part of every sport. Things like this happen, and so I think while it can be frustrating, I think it's just something that happens. And you just have to kind of get over and kind of lean on the guys you have next to you to help get through it all.
And just that Charlotte turf feels like it's not the best
Yeah,
to play on. Can you just talk?
Yeah,
about
it's
that?
had. I mean, as you see, the past year it's kind of had our number with some guys with some injuries, but I think it's difficult having to adjust between grass and turf and things like that. But with the way the league is, and I think it's something that, while it's difficult, I think it's stuff that we have to do, and I think it's something that we can continue to kind of try and prepare for a little bit more, maybe whatever it may be, how. But I think it's just something we can work to improve.
Besides the togetherness that Kwame said in the post game, what silver lining can you take from that game?
I think being a man down, we still tried to play. We didn't try and change anything. Especially, I think you saw, especially being in the second half, I think we kept the ball really well. It was kind of hard to get some stuff going forward, but I think we kept the ball well, and we're confident in our abilities to to continue to play and implement our style to the best of our ability.
Have you ever played a longer half than
No, just kept looking up at the clock and I see 60 and then 60. Like it was the craziest thing ever. Yeah.
When you see 55, 60, 61, what's going through your mind? Besides to get it over with.
Yeah, I mean it made sense, with kind of all the stoppages that we had, but I think it was, especially in the situation, just kind of get to half and keep it a 0-0 game, get to half, and then kind of regroup at halftime and kind of go from there.
Looking forward to this weekend, Nashville, what's something that you can take from that game that you guys can go into Nashville with, knowing that now you're playing on grass?
I just think it's to continue to be us, continue to be confident in what we've done so far this season, use what we've implemented in our style, stick to that, and continue to be who we are, and I think good things will continue to happen.
Thanks, Sean.
Sean, with Nashville this weekend, a team that's hobbled a bit by injury and red card as well. A couple of years ago, Nashville wouldn't be the kind of team you'd want to try to bounce back against. This year, a little different, though you have to go on the road. Probably a 4-back system. Does that make it different if you're a center back? Does it make it different for you in terms of who's available to you on the wing, building out of the back?
Yeah, I think the staff does a really good job of kind of having our formation and some little tweaks here and there to exploit certain areas of different whatever team we might play, and to kind of tell us and give us different options of where to look for in particular, whether it's between the line, out wide, things like that. So I think it's kind of, we'll see what the coaches kind of are thinking and kind of what they have seen from Nashville so far this year.
Is there a bit of caution from you in the locker room, knowing that Nashville is a team that wants to show better than what they showed last weekend?
Yeah, I think us too. We're coming off defeats. I think it's going to be a huge test for both teams. To see how both of us are going to respond in the situation. Early in the season, it's a big game against a team that was in playoffs last year. So it's no game in this league is easy. And being on the road against a team who just lost as well. So it's I think it'll be a game to watch for sure.
Thanks.
Sean, in a crazy game like it was, especially in the first half, how important is it to keep that composure, going into halftime and then coming out in the second half?
Yeah, I think it's huge. If you start to, you kind of are like, oh, everything's against us, and things start to turn, then it's just people can start to separate, be individualized, and I think staying together, staying as a whole, allowed us to get through to halftime and kind of come out and put together a pretty good performance in the second half and keeping the ball and sticking together.
And before the game, Will comes back to the stadium, to the field where he got hurt last year. What were some of the things you were trying to help him mentally prepare, for coming to the game?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing. I didn't really know how if he wanted to really talk about it or not, so before the game, Philip and I just were talking to him a little bit about it and asked him how it felt to be back here, and he was just, it was a weird feeling. And, it's obviously, I can't speak on it, but to be back in a place where an injury like that occurs, it's never, I don't know how to feel about it, but for him to go on the field and kind of be out there again where it happened, I think it just come full circle to where the journey he's been on from the injury to today, the work he's put in. I think it's just a testament to who he is as a player and as a person, to just keep going.
And to bounce back, going on the road against Nashville, how big is the Nextmen of mentality and, coming especially with, the injuries?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something that the coaches have stressed since day one, to always be ready, and whether you're playing where you're comfortable or where you're not, like whether you're in your position or not, just to be ready whenever your number is called. And I know everyone in the locker room trusts everyone, and we believe in each one of us to step in and give a good performance and to help the team succeed.
Thanks, Sean.
All good? Thanks, Sean.
Sean, thank you.
Yep, thank you guys.